and you spent one night on a bunk in there, and one night on the deck of the ship.
Wow. Did they feed you well?
Oh yeah, we ate a lot of boiled eggs. That was the main thing, and quite a bit of cheese, which I didn't care too much for.
Do you like to eat either of those things anymore?
Pardon?
Do you like to eat either of those things anymore? Cheese or eggs? Boiled eggs?
Never did care too much for boiled eggs.
Yeah.
I like fried eggs real well.
Yeah.
But I never cared too much for boiled eggs. I ate them then, of course. You had to. You got hungry if you didn't.
Yeah, I bet. So then when you came home, how did it come to be that you decided to live here on Trout Creek?
Well, that's kind of not a long story. I guess I came back home to Trout Creek as a single person and finished growing up here and started working what work I could find around digging ditches and stuff like that, and whatever I could get, and which there was much work then. And when I got to be after I was over and I'd come home, I eventually went into carpenter work, and I got a job building houses for the returning veterans in Superior, and the building was in Missoula, and that's where I started as a carpenter. I started as a laborer and took apprentice as a carpenter on that, and that was the start of my carpenter work.
Okay. And where'd you meet Grandma?
Pardon?
When did you meet Grandma? When did you meet Grandma?
Oh, and I was living in Missoula. I was working in Missoula, and we went on a picnic one day in the spring, May, and Dad, Edris was at the picnic. At first, I had knew our brothers quite well. I'd worked with our brothers some and knew them, and we went on that picnic. And then after the picnic, that same day, her and I went to a show, and that was the starting of the finish.
And then when did you move home to Superior?
Oh, let's see. I worked for about a year, I think, in Missoula after I got married. Before we moved down here. They started to build the mill down here, and I assumed that I could get a job in that if I came down. So I came down and I got to work building on the mill, on construction, and I worked on that for a year or so, and then when it got finished, I applied for a job as maintenance carpenter, and got that. They hired me. I went to work for the contractor one morning, and that was the last day I worked for the contractor. The next morning I was working for the